And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Got a good one lined up. We got the big multi-billion-dollar companies. I just want you to see something. Everything is being set up for XRP, XLM, and XDC. Those are the top three. And then all the other cryptos, the other ISOs, whether there's 9 or 10 of them or whatever, something like that. I showed them the other day. Those all are going to be in for the assist. I don't have all the answers on why this is taking all these years. I mean, think about it. Ripple people, they've been doing this shit. Like I showed the Ripple yearbook to you guys. That was 2010, 11 years ago. So they've been working on this for the past 10 years. You know, this is definitely a five rich family of the world utilizing the rulers of the world to control everybody. Look, this is a brand new payment system. This is how you control all the money in the world. Think about this. I see a day where all the paper money is gone and all the coins and shit. Everything goes electric. Electric money is what this is. It's almost as if, like, watch these movies and like you go to the library and like, whoa, what is all this? Like, everything is going digital. Your driver's license, this, that. I mean, look at this. What's going on? States in the United States now and countries are now switching over. Airports, everything's going over to facial ID. Oh man, I want you to see this trend that's occurring. Microchips maybe in somebody's hand. That you walk into a store, the camera knows who you are. Now, especially if you're microchipped, you walk through the you walk through the turnstile, it detects a chip in your hand, or maybe you put one in your arm or something like that. In the store, and they send that information to probably the government, and they track everybody going in and out of 7-Eleven or your mini marts. Can't get gasoline anymore. Let's say you want to live under the radar. Let's say you won't be able to. You'll have to literally just stay in a fucking cabin and send other people to get food. So you're not really living around the radar. See, now you can travel around like a vagabond. You know, you wear a hat and kind of lower it a little and get your gasoline. You're not gonna be able. This that's over. That lifestyle's over. This whole thing is changing. I'm bringing you stories every day. I know we'd all like to be rich tomorrow, today. My thing is, what about the people that don't know about it? They're joining my channel right now. And they're finding out what is crypto Hulk guy? Like, what is this all about? They're just finding out now. I mean, eventually there's gotta be a limit. They gotta slam the door shut. The people in control, they gotta slam the door shut. It's a blessing and it's a curse. If you just found out about this stuff, you're at the tail end of my show. Like, we've been waiting already for 4 years, and all of a sudden, something massive is coming. Because I could see all this tokenization. When you got Project Agora, JP Morgan just jumps, and that's going to be our first article. One of the biggest banks of the world that moves the most money around, JP Morgan, Citibank, and HSBC, those three. JP Morgan just joined Project Agora with the Bank for International Settlements running it. The Bank for International Settlements is running Project Agora. Guess what? Ripple's is right there. And guess what? I don't think there's any other crypto company there. Think about that one. Get in your head. Forget about the damn price. Follow the fundamental teaching stuff that I got. The Bank for International Settlements basically sets policy for every bank in the whole world. They're partnered with Ripple in the cross-border payments task force. Right now, the BIS with Ripple, there's no other cryptos there. The BIS is working with Ripple for tokenization of the entire world. Why isn't Bitcoin there? Why isn't Ethereum there? Why isn't anybody else there? I don't know. Why is the price not going up? I don't know. What I do know is that there's something going on. When you got JP Morgan getting in on something, that means there's money to be made. It's only taken him probably 4 years. I don't have all the answers that you want. Um, I come up with a lot of information that I don't have answers for. Crypto Hulk, how is that you're the only channel that's proved that there's a Ripple China and Ripple Russia from 2013, Ripple Israel, Ripple Indonesia, all from 2013, 14, Ripple Turkey. No other channel, Crypto Hulk. I don't have the answer. I don't know why these dumbasses can't find this shit. I don't know why they haven't found it years ago like me and told you to prepare you, to let you know, hey, this is the crypto you want to get. It's not Ripple Russia for nothing. It's not Ripple China for nothing. There's something there. I didn't see a Ripple Ethereum, did you? No. Did you see a Ripple Sushi Swap? A Ripple Shiba Inu? No, but there's Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Indonesia, shit like that. Ripple Turkey, all kinds of stuff. Why am I the only one? I don't have the answer to that. How is it that the United States allows a small little company like Ripple San Francisco to go into China and hook them up and make their digital CNY? You know that electronic money China's got and all that? Ripple made that. I want you to think about that. Now, isn't China supposed to be our enemy? How the hell did the Department of Defense authorize that one? Now you start thinking, damn, are you hearing any of this on any other channel? No. What are you going to hear on another channel? Dumb shit. Well, besides that, they're going to go over like the top 15 news articles in 15 minutes. And they're going to sprinkle you the news. Well, how does this look? Well, what does that sound like? Oh, look at this picture. How isn't that interesting? Da-da-da, all this little stuff. Why don't they have news like me? Because they're fucking shit for brains, okay? My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Biggest liar on YouTube. I don't find any kind of news at all in this channel. Oh, God, no. Nothing on the show is financial advice. You're better off if you don't even watch the show because they're digital dildos. Michael Gilbert, yes. Dave Ryan is cooking a brisket. Just thought everybody should know that. Michael Gilbert, because you show the facts. Thanks for the tax-free donation. Eric Goldsmith. There he is again, back in action. Thanks for the tax-free donation. Let's get into the JP Morgan. Where are we at? Oh, this is the main event right here. This is ginormous. Let's go copy and a paste. Here we go again, back soon. JP Morgan joins the BIS, everybody. Well. Looks like JP Morgan's late to the party. JP Morgan joins the BIS cross-border payments project using digital currencies. Let me translate that. Crypto. JP Morgan is now involved in crypto. Some of the world's biggest banks and payment firms are teaming to what? Rethink cross-border payments. Are you hearing what's going on? With JP Morgan enters the room. Now it's time, everybody, where we're going to start seeing some stuff go down, okay? We're at the last mile of this race. As Bloomberg News reported Wednesday, the Bank for International Settlements has recruited the likes of JP Morgan. You can't really get any bigger than that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the top 3 banks in the world. Deutsche Bank. You got to throw in the Germans because why? I'm the only channel that showed you. Proud of that fact. Ripple's first customer was Fedora Bank. It was out of Germany. Oh, and now they're going to, at the BIS, quote, rethink cross-border payments. Now all of a sudden the Germans are there. UBS Bank, Ripple partner. Visa is there, massive Ripple partner. MasterCard is there, massive Ripple partner. I'm going to show the evidence for its Agora project. Agora, Agora. That project first announced in May. So when you had the digital dildo out there, come on in, reading off the name list for the CPMI from 2023, that was hilarious. The video I made the other day clowning that digital dildo. He's trying to read an article about Project Agora, and I say try because he's struggling his best. But he wasn't even reading it. He was reading something from 2023. Project Agora hadn't even started yet. You see how dumb these other channels are? His stupid ass makes a mastermind class and what do they call it? Ripple Las Vegas. And his stupid ass can't even find a simple Project Agora and read it. He can't even read Project Agora correctly, you guys. It's not that fucking tough. Here's what you do. I know. See, somebody sent him this because he's got shit for brains because he can't figure out his own research. So all you do, I know this is tough. I know it's really, really tough. So somebody tell Mr. Come on in, here's what you do. You go into your Google search bar and you type BIS, you put a space, you put a plus sign, you put a space, you type in Project Agora. That's all you got to do. And then guess what? Project Agora, it pops up. There's a thing called a computer, and you can use this thing to find almost anything you want. Even if you got shit for brains, like come on in. So you type in the BIS and then Project Agora, and then fucking holy shit, Project Agora pops up. Well, how about that? And then you just you click on it, and you find your information. You find the project, and then, if you look through it, it says attendees or partnerships or whatever it's called. And then you look at the project, and then you look at the partners. And then you start your show, dumbass. You don't start it by borrowing somebody's news that they sent you because it makes you look like, well, you're really a pile of shit. Okay, let's move on. So the project first announced in May 2024. He was reading you some shit from July of 2023. It was a CPMI people, not Project Agora. Oops, Brad fucked up again. That project, first announced in May, explores the development of the international tokenized asset trading platform that would use digital currencies backed by central banks. So that's what Project Agora is supposed to do. Let's get this exactly right. Project Agora explores the development of an international tokenized asset trading. There's going to be a platform. There's one platform. And I'll tell you what, if it's tokenized assets, we're talking R3/4. Okay? That project, Agora, first announced in May, and I showed you that. They had an announcement in May, and then they just had like another announcement, okay? That's when JP Morgan joined up the second time. They're talking about a platform, an international tokenized asset trading platform, R3/4, that would use digital currencies backed by central banks. That's where the Ripple comes in. It would let investors trade across borders using virtually risk-free central bank money. Given the high level of interest in Project Agora and its large scale, the BIS Ripple partner chose to work with the Institute of International Finance to convene the private sector participants. Project lead Morton Beck told Bloomberg this collaboration was very helpful and able to complete the selection and onboarding process. Everybody, they're ready to go with this. They're ready to complete the onboarding process. They just told us this is a world financial system here, everybody. Now, if I'm running a YouTube channel, I'm not going to be like, come on in and just completely clusterfuck the story up. Why? Because this is like, okay, let me show you how fucking stupid these people are that run these other internet channels. This is like one of the biggest stories in news that I could probably think of for a long time, maybe like a year. Oh, yeah. We're talking about changing the world global system, and you got like JP Morgan jumping in last minute. This is it. It's like the train that's taken off. Look, this project was announced back in May. They had a second announcement. When they did that, that's when JP Morgan jumped on the train. And you know what? It just left the station. Think about it. This project is that big. Some reason. Look, I don't know the reason for all this green light stuff. See, back in May, JP Morgan didn't join. They made another announcement. Now JP Morgan joins. All of a sudden now, right? I just want to show you that stuff. The biggest story of like when you're going to change, when you have a project here that's designed to change the world monetary system, that sounds like a big fucking deal to me. Okay. How do you fuck this story up? You're supposed to run a mastermind channel and stuff, and then you can't even get this. You're reading something from another year. How does that make you look? How does that make come on in look? Like a bumbling idiot. You can't even, the biggest story in like all of crypto almost, he can't even get it right. You see that? He's reading something from 2013 on his show about the CPMI participants. That's not Project Agora, dummy. So you're showing everybody on your program, you can't even get the biggest news article correct. That's sad. That's really, really sad. You got people paying you money and stuff, and you can't get your shit right. Let's go to some proof here. Why is JP Morgan a big deal, Crypto Hulk? Well, maybe just because it's one of the biggest three money movers in the world. That might be one reason right there. I think it's a big deal. But how about this more specific reason? Let me click out of the article first. So I don't. Ripple partner and JP Morgan join forces. So what is this? Okay, this is Al Farhad Exchange. Al Fardan Exchange. It's in the United Arab Emirates. I've gone over this article for 2 years. This is my go-to article for 2 years now. JP Morgan is now working with Al Fardan Exchange. So what they do is what? Send money all around the world. Oh, see that? Yeah, that's probably a big deal right there. Here's your next article. Here's proof that Ripple is working with the BIS. Let's look at that. That might be a big deal, huh? There you go. Ripple joins the BIS task force for cross-border payments. When was this, Crypto Hulk? Oh, just last month. Oh, I know it's a long time ago. Yep, Crypto Hulk and his old news. Yep, okay. That's how these dummies just brush this stuff off. Oh, that's a month old. That Ripple Russia shit. Oh, that's 10 years old. That's just some old partnership. Well, that they blow off this, blow off that, blow off that. But I bet you what they don't blow off is their boyfriend's penis in their mouth. That's what they don't blow off. I'll tell you, boy, they get right on that one. Like, giddy up, Buttercup. That's probably what's happened to that come on in guy. He was too busy worrying about his boyfriend's wee-wee, and he should have been paying attention to his fucking crypto show, his little shitty-ass program he's got. Stu Lavelle. Whew, good heavens. Congratulations to all of us here for being patient and putting effort into gaining knowledge that will place you and your family into a position you've never been before. It'll be exciting, but keep your head and YouTube F you. Gosh, some of you are seeing this. What I'm trying to show all of you is to see all the connections. Now, right now, we're not in a crypto market. There is no market for crypto. I just want to put that out there because the new people think that there is and there's not. Okay. What we have now with pricing, there's something called Chainalysis. It's a organization that looks on the chain, blockchain, very closely, and they're very advanced where you could sell something over here and move it there. They're going to find, they see everything. Okay. So much that the law enforcement uses Chainalysis, government agencies use Chainalysis and stuff to find criminals. And that, you know what they found? 40% of the crypto exchange prices are incorrect. Well, why is that important, Crypto Hulk? Because I just got no fucking content. I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. I don't even care. I just look at the price. I hear the news, look at the price. I hear the news, look at the price. That's all I do, Crypto Hulk. And I look at charts too, Crypto Hulk. Well, if the leading forensic crypto blockchain company says 40% of the crypto prices are fake on exchanges, then aren't the chart analysis based on exchanges? So that would make the chart analysis 40% wrong. Oh, yeah. And if you have a channel like Dumb and Dumber, Digital Dildo channel, come on in. If you're reading off the prices every day and talking about charts on your program, you're 40% wrong. Ouch, ouch, Crypto Hulk, ouch. Yeah. And then I get all the people that want to just try to protect their favorite little fucked up crypto channel. Oh, Crypto Hulk. We're in the crypto. We're not in. I'm not in a community. I want to make that very clear. I have an anti-crypto crypto channel. I don't know if I've said that, probably once a week for the past 4.5 years. I don't know. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make you fucking rich. Okay. That's my goal. I find evidence, whether it's good or bad. And if I find evidence that there's a crypto influencer out there that's fucked up, I'm just showing you the program. I'm just showing a program. And I'm showing you for what it is. I don't have to add fake stuff. I'm just showing you how fucked up that other channel is. I use their program actually to show you. I showed you them talking about whatever. They had screenshots put up. I showed you. And then I showed you my screenshots. And it was like, oh shit, that come on in guy's fucked up. I'm using evidence. If your feelings are hurt, that's your fucking problem. Don't watch garbage crypto influencers. Maybe that'll help. How about if you watch a show where they actually use facts that they find themselves, like me? See, I find my own news. I don't have dumb ships sending me stuff. Okay. Once in a while, I'm hesitant about posting anything people give me because people are fucked up. They give you some shit and then you run with it and it turns out to be bogus and shit. That's why I come up with my own news. So, 5Dennis123, thank you very much. Yesterday I said Jazzy, Cooper, DeFi Projects, and Ripple, and James of Axelar said JP and Deutsche Bank announced a huge deal coming in November. BlackRock too. Look, I'm telling you, I'm sending out the alarm. I've been telling you, something's going on with the green light, everybody. I'm not supposed to have, it's not supposed to be this easy to find news, okay? But it's almost like there is so much news, it's like oozing out. They can't control it anymore. I'm showing you right here with this Project Agora thing. This is like the biggest event to happen probably in a year. This is massive. XRP Shaman, tax-free donation. Love it. Thanks for all you do, and I've done for all the last 4.5 years. Hulk Nation appreciates you. I take pride in this job. I don't know if it's a job, but it's also pride. Like, I'm trying my best to go down in history, and whether they delete every single one of my shows in the end, because they're gonna be like, oh, damn, this guy called it all. He's gonna go down if some news reporter comes in one day and looks through Crypto Hulk like, dude, this guy knew all this shit from 10, 15 years ago and put it all together. And he still had 300 people on the show watching them on a live stream. Why didn't they have 10,000 people? Oh, I did. It's YT, and they wanted everybody broke. It makes sense. See, when I first started my channel over 4.5 years ago, the first 3 weeks, I had not paying members. I didn't charge you nothing, but I had 8,500 subscribers. 3 weeks. My numbers were like this. Then YouTube put the smash down, and it stayed at 85, 10, 8,500. It's like a whole year. Think about that. Not possible. So the first 3 weeks of doing my show, YT knew that I was going to take over. I should have 1 million people right now. Probably my top chat right now should have 10, 20,000, somewhere in there. Like real members, 10 to 20,000 real members. I should have that about that much. But I speak truth. And I made a decision. I have people that are relying on my information because your life financially is really, really bad. Some of your lives really messed up. So where I come in is the equalizer. I show you all the stuff YT don't want you to see. That TikTok don't see. TikTok, I can't even get a video on TikTok. I couldn't even probably do a cooking video. I used to make videos where I show you how to cook shit and stuff. That's part of what I do. YouTube won't even play shit for me anymore. TikTok won't even, like, damn. Because I start talking about real life crypto shit, and then, TikTok's China, so then you get that. And they just would ban all my stuff. All the other ones as well. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. It sucks. I should probably be a millionaire by now and stuff. Whatever. I know my information is real. So I guess I get rich when the crypto hits, just like you. Now, some of you guys are whales, and sometimes I'll drop a little information bomb, and I've had people come up. I had one dude who made 30 grand on Dogecoin and only put in like $500. Somebody I know personally, not on the show, but we were talking one time. He literally made 30,000 on Dogecoin. I'm like, how much did you put in? He's like, $500. I'm like, dude, that's fucking wicked. And so just shit like that. So imagine, and there's other times. I've had other people make 30% in a day on shit, or 30% in 1, 2, 3 days, and they sell off, and they just made a fuck ton. There's things that, but I don't. That's not my thing. My thing is, let's look at real world news. Study connections, invest in it, protect your pass keys, and then just wait. That's it. No secret to any shit that I do on this program. It's all basics. I sell gold and silver. So let's look at this real quick. I have gold and silver coins on my program. I have like a little YouTube store. I don't make money on it. I make money off commission. Okay, now if the gold or silver coin is a special limited, some kind of edition, yes, there are some occasions where YouTube has an arrangement with either Walmart or some kind of Macy's or whatever it is. But generally, I don't make any money off the coins. This is all public service. Let's take a look real quick. So go to my channel. Because I'm going to show you how to come up real quick here in the next 2-3 months and make maybe $25,000. Okay, legally, that you don't have to. Well, I don't want to say nothing about taxes. That's between you, Jesus, and the government. Okay. So, or if you believe in Buddha or whatever, then it's between you and Buddha or Allah or whatever. So we go to my channel here, and you see home, videos, shorts, live. Go to videos. Let's pick the number 3 video. Shows picture of Crypto Hulk there. Okay. If you look below the video, you'll see 399 views. It should say 10 hours, and then it should say 20 products. Oh, now this one, okay. Now it doesn't have a more. If you look to the right 5 or 6 inches, you see the word more. This one didn't have it. I just clicked to the right of it anyway, and it popped up. Here I got gold coins for sale, gold necklaces, and some ledgers. Okay, here's the deal. Here's how you're going to make. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to drop about 2 months of pay into probably gold and silver. I was thinking about just gold. I might do 75% gold, 25% silver. Okay. This is my last investment in gold and silver because I know this is going to take off. We're at the end, we're at the last mile before crypto. Well, something massive is going to happen with crypto. Okay. I have a kind of a feeling that Europe and Asia is going to take off, but I don't make predictions. I just know something massive is going to happen around spring. Okay. Gold and silver is part of this. All the banks in the world, if you've noticed now, they're buying gold. And silver is going to be priceless as well. What's going to happen from what I'm reading at different Kitco and different news, and I watch all the news besides gold bug news, um, all the indicators I'm seeing are all these central banks around the world buying precious metals. All of a sudden now. Why? Okay, something's happening. They're getting ready to back their money with precious metals. The gold and stuff goes up first. I'm telling you what, from what I think, this is just my personal, I think gold is going to be at 15 to 20,000 an ounce. And I think that silver is going to hit 300 to 500 bucks. If you got a loan for 3,000 bucks in silver and you're paying that off at 50 bucks a month so you can afford it, when that silver goes up 10 times, you now have $30,000. I don't see this happening in 2, 3 years from now. I see this happening in a few months from now or less. I know I don't have much time. When I get this gold, I think after the election or something around November, like around 2 months from now, something's got to give. There's going to be some kind of an event. I have a feeling it's catastrophic of some kind, and it's going to boost the price of metals all around the world. I think your chances of getting metals cheap. Hey, a year ago, I was buying a gold coin for $18.50 an ounce. Now it's almost $1,000 more for one coin. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you've been looking at the price of gold. It hasn't just gone up a little, it's gone up a lot. I was kind of bitching about the price of a gold coin when it was $18.50 an ounce. Now it's like 2,700, 2,750 an ounce. That's $1,000 more almost for one coin. Now, if I've got 12 coins, then I just made $1,000 a month for the past 12 months on owning gold. And guess what? It's not stopping at 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, 10.8, 11.8, 12.8, 15,000, 20,000. This is how you're going to come up. It's not going to be through crypto. In the short run, gold and silver. You're going to come up with gold and silver. Okay. Now, I don't have any money in crypto. Get a fucking loan. Pay it $50 a month. And when you're on payment number 3 or 4, and you just paid $200, now it's worth $30,000. You sell that $3,000 off, you got $27,000 profit. Now do with it what you want. If you want to get out of dollars, it's, oh shit, something's going to happen to the dollar. I don't do what you feel. I'm just showing you how to come up. Maybe you get that and you need to make a payment on your house, or you maybe need to put a down payment on a house. Now you got $27,000. And if you're invested in gold and you got like 10 gold coins and that shit goes 10 grand, now you got 100,000 just in gold. Maybe gold hits 20,000. Now you got $200,000 in gold, and you originally spent $1,800 a coin. So family has the coin. I got the XRP. Well, then there you go. So that's great too. So currently raw is 25.70. Right. Now, you can probably get raw gold for 25.70. Then you got to get somebody to sell it to you at that price. But a lot of people like making a little money. So that 25.70 becomes 26.70 or 2770. Well, that's getting close to 2800. You want gold in a coin form, so it's easily recognizable. People know that it's an ounce. You can get out, you can bust out the scales like old school days. That's fine. But if I'm looking at a Canadian maple leaf or something, I know that shit's 1 ounce. Um, it's common. This is a way where if you leverage yourself a little bit, 3 grand to make 27, not bad. That's profit. So anyhow, there you have that. Visa. Let's go. Let me take a look here. Now, in that article I was reading with JP Morgan, I think I'll leave it at that. Let's go with Gary Gensler as our next one. Gary is definitely getting punched around in the government like he never has before. And this is good. Finally now. Remember I was saying before, if Gary Gensler comes after you, tell you I want to go to court. Yes, Gary, I want to go to court because I want you, Gary Gensler, to tell the judge in what section of the United States Code do we have crypto laws? Because Gary, last time I checked, you can only make your rules based on current law. So if I'm to understand this correctly in court, because I do want to go to court because I want Gary to show us that he doesn't have evidence. I want Gary to show me in court where he has authority to regulate crypto from the United States Code. Gary, go for it. Well, according to the Howey test, I don't think I need to go into the United States Code. Gary, the Howey test was made in like the 1930s. There's this thing called cryptocurrency. It's been around for about 20 years or so. David Shum and all that came up with this shit maybe 15 or 18 years ago or so. Gary, can we get back to reality? Get off planet Uranus and show us in the United States Code that you have no evidence, you have no authority to regulate crypto. See, Gary, you're in the securities business, am I correct? And cryptocurrencies are what? According to the law. Not your opinion. Cryptocurrencies, Gary, according to the United States Code, are what? Could you please show us, Gary, in the United States Code, what are crypto? And guess what? Gary won't have anything. That have you noticed why Gary can't tell you what is what? Every one of you, except Crypto Hulk fans, every one of you are being played like a little bitch, okay? All the other channels are being played like they're bigger bitches. You're the little bitch and they're the bigger bitch, okay? Well, let's have John Deaton or Jeremy Hogan on the show. Well, what the fuck do these people know that we don't know? This is the biggest scam being pulled on everybody in the world. And I'm sitting here just letting you know, we don't have crypto laws and regulations. Therefore, Gary can't regulate it. Therefore, the judges should have dismissed these cases that came up to them because they don't have authority to interpret any of these cases. It involves cryptocurrency. That doesn't exist in the United States. I'd hear this in the beginning. Oh, Crypto Hulk, you're wrong. Well, then why is the SEC suing everybody? Well, now it looks like Gary's kind of backpedaling, doesn't it? Now he's saying, well, we didn't actually mean their crypto. Now all of a sudden, the people that used to talk shit are eating it. Okay? They're eating shit right now. And one day, they'll all eat shit because they'll realize, damn, that Crypto Hulk dude knew everything. Well, yeah, that happens. I only used to work for the Department of Justice. That's not a big deal, is it? Let's look here what's going on with Gary. House Republicans demand SEC Gensler clarify crypto airdrops stance. I'll tell you what, we got two guys out there, Tom Emmer and Patrick McHenry. Now this is starting to become a game because these two, Tom Emmer and Patrick McHenry, have been going round and round with Gary Gensler for a year, maybe two, and nobody's doing nothing. Okay. Gary's out there making claims, suing people, this and that. See, let me tell you how all this works. Okay. These cases, except like Ripple or whatever, they barely make it to court. What happens is the SEC comes out and says, hey, if we make an agreement, then we don't have to go to court. Nobody gets in trouble, whatever. Just, you don't have to admit guilt. Just pay us the fine and we'll back off. What companies need to do is like, no, let's go to court. I want you to show where in the United States code you have. See, it never goes there because Gary knows this end. See, Gary doesn't say anything. That's why they make these agreements. Do you get it? Where you pay a fine, but you don't admit guilt. And then Gary doesn't have to prove anything because he knows he can't. Crypto Hulk knows this. Okay, that's the game. These other channels that are crypto influencers, they have no idea. They never worked for the Justice Department. Have these other channels worked at the state Supreme Court level? I have. They have not. Okay. Have they worked in anything with codification? I mean, you could have been a building inspector or whatever. Okay, cool. Well, I worked law enforcement, and there was something called a penal code in California and a vehicle code. Those are my top two that I would use. Then we had the business and profession codes. I really didn't get into. That's more administrative, higher level up kind of. I just deal with your basic penal code, vehicle code violations. That's it. Okay. And if somebody had drugs, because I was a newbie, so I let some of the officers do the welfare and institutions code or the health and safety code with drugs and shit. I'm not getting into that as a new guy. Plus, I was a reserve as well, so that I'm not getting into that. Then I might have to go to court or something. And since I'm not getting paid, it's kind of like, fuck it. So I would let the full-time regulars deal with some more specific shit like that. So what we have here, I'm just going to wrap this thing up with Gary. You got Tom Emmer checking Gary Gensler. And he's done this before, but it's like nothing of consequence happens to Gary. Tom Emmer asked Gary Gensler how crypto given away for free falls under the Howey test, and the SEC distinguishes airdrops from other rewards like credit card points. Okay, here's the thing. He also says down here, by prohibiting Americans from participating in airdrops, the SEC is preventing American crypto users from fully realizing the benefits. Okay, you know what? All these arguments are great. Okay. Well, what do we have to focus on? Because I'm going to get out of this article here with the Gary Gensler. What we have to focus on is just what I've said. Don't do the argument. See, here's where Gary gets you. Okay. When you don't focus on what's the main point here, is that there's nothing in the United States code. Okay. We don't have a formal cryptocurrency policy in the United States as law, voted on by Congress. Now, FSOC can do the same thing, but we don't have crypto laws in this country that Congress has adopted, like speed law, this law. There's nothing for crypto. So what Gary's going to do is get you off on an argument and try to prove that airdrops are, hey, look, don't even go there. I've been telling exchange lawyers on my channel and all these things, and probably none of them are listening, and that's fine. But at least I just want to go down in history that I'm making the point here. When you're in court with Gary Gensler, don't go with his argument. Your Honor, I have a question. We're talking about how cryptocurrency is, according to Gary Gensler, these airdrops are security violations according to how he tests. Okay, Your Honor, can we see in the United States Code what the definition of a crypto is, and the penalties for buying and selling, all these kinds of things? What is a crypto and all the different classes? Is there a crypto security of that? Do we have anything like to organize all this crypto shit? The answer would be no, we don't. That's how we shut down Gary Gensler. The second way is through 18 United States Code. Let me do this right here. Nobody's ever talks about these things. Well, but it's okay. One day you'll go back in history, and they'll be doing a History Channel thing. Crypto Hulk will be about 105 years old, and they'll want to interview me and be like, Crypto Hulk, how did you know all these things in advance? I mean, because it's just simple. It's nothing complicated. It's people have forgotten to look at basics. That's all that this is. What do we got here, Crypto Hulk? You're looking at Cornell Law School. It's pulling out 18 United States Code, Section 242. What is this? And I'll just tell you briefly. Cryptocurrency, since it's not in the United States Code, the government can't tell you what to do with it. I can buy crypto and I can sell it. The IRS can't tax it. See, it's not in the United States Code. I keep bringing that up because if it's not there, no government agency can do anything to you with crypto. It's that simple. I'm truly shocked at how many people. I mean, some guys out there watch my show have been in law enforcement, right? Okay, in whatever state you're in, California, we use like a bunch of different codes. You got like the fish and game, wildlife. But let's just talk basics. So most cops out there, if you guys are watching, you got your penal code and your traffic citation stuff. Whatever state you're in, they use a slightly different term. But California's vehicle code and then penal code. Those are my top two. And of course, you got the other codes and stuff. Why is all this important? Because that's codified law, right? I can't bust you if it doesn't fall under CVC, California Vehicle Code. If you're in a car and you're doing something or whatever, I can't bust you unless it's in the vehicle code. Okay. Same thing if it's you're outside of the car and you're doing something, whether you punch somebody, whatever, then that's penal code. Let's translate this now to the United States Code, US Code, okay? It's the same thing, but it's for the government, all right? There's nothing in there with crypto. So the cop said, watch my show. You guys know. Everybody acts like they're brand fucking new online. Nobody confirms. Well, barely anybody confirms what I say. That Five Dentist guy confirms a whole lot of shit. But anyhow, there's not a lot of other people out there. But it's okay. I don't know why. But this shit's too easy. So what we have here is 18 United States Code. This means if you work in a city, county, state, whatever government kind of job, and you prevent somebody from, let's say, buying or selling crypto or receiving an airdrop, that's a violation of your civil rights. Why? Because there's nothing in the United States Code prohibiting you from doing anything with crypto. There's nothing in the United States Code. There's no definitions and penalties and a schedule of sentence stuff. There's nothing there. It's blank. It's blanco. There's nada, senor. Okay, so Gary Gensler is violating civil rights. I want you to see this. I want somebody out there who's got a little bit of cash, file a civil rights 18 United States Code 242 against Gary Gensler. Can somebody please do that and let me know you did it? And we'll advertise it on the show. And shit, every time you get news on it, I'll talk about it on the show. Because this is what's going to stop that little fucking weasel, that guy from The Simpsons, Mr. Burns or whatever, from doing shit. I just got done breaking this out. There's got to be some lawyers watching the show that's like, this dude totally, like, seems so simple. Why couldn't we see it? Because it's not in the United States Code. So someone needs to file an 18 U.S. Code Section 242 claiming that Gary Gensler has, and let's say you wanted to buy a crypto from a certain exchange and Gary shut it down, then you can put that in there. Or if you just want to buy crypto in general, you can still file it and say, I haven't been able to buy crypto because Gary's violating my civil rights. And you sue him for like $50 million. You know, you can kind of throw me a little bit too with the donation. You know what I'm saying? But all this shit's real. So there you go. I'm not making that part up. Let me check the time. So, okay, I got a little bit of time here left. Okay, wait a second. Let's see what people say. I always tell people that only 1% of the world really knows what's going on. Very interesting. Schuyler Barbeau says, I've been through the federal system. I know all what you're saying. And underpass 61. All right. So we got the Gary Gensler one out of the way. Binance. Okay, let's look at Binance real quick. This is a super short article, nothing complicated. I just want you to see how the whales are coming in, okay? What dumb people do is they hear the news and they look at the price and then it's not going up. And then they stop listening to news. And they think, oh, this is just, maybe it'll never happen. No, it's happening, but the market's being manipulated because we don't have crypto laws and regulations. So everything is, they're manipulating the market. They are. That's how this is going. Anyhow, I left a super chat. Oh, hold on. JB Crypt Keeper 11. How we get around the state laws. You better ask a lawyer on that one. 5 Dennis 1, 2, 3. Okay. Linda P. Jones now saying the 2015 case. Oh, XRP is a currency. Everybody, let me tell you something. Thank you, Dennis, for that. Crypto Hulk. See, I've been telling you stuff for 2 years. Now, there's Dig Perspectives on Twitter. Some people call him Come On In guy. He's so fucking stupid, okay? Him and this Linda P. Jones and shit, they've been talking for years. Now, all of a sudden, they want to talk about the 2015 Ripple Settlement Agreement, which calls Ripple's XRP a currency. I've only been teaching on this for 2 years. I've only been listening to that dude's show. Now, once has Linda B. Jones talked about any of this shit that I have for 2 years now. See, this is how it works, you guys. These people are like slow. All right. She's out there all flapping her gums for 2 years. Brad, the guy that runs Come On In, he's been kissing her ass for 2 years trying to get interviews and shit. When on Crypto Hawk channel, everything you need to know has already been here. That's how this goes. But thanks, Dennis. Just because everybody else ain't talking about it, Crypto Hawk, why you only have 300 people on your show right now? Why only have? Because my channel's censored. Because I'm the channel with the news. If I had a bullshit channel, I'd have 2, 3, 4, 500,000, a million. I'd be like BitBoy. I'm not making any claims about BitBoy. I'm just saying I'd have a lot of people like he used to have, like 1 million. And I'm going to leave it at that because that dude's a hot potato. I'll do it, Hulk, but Gary hasn't violated my civil rights to a 242. So the case, no, he has, because what you will claim, you'll have to talk to a lawyer, but his actions of shutting down exchanges has hurt your ability to buy crypto. That's where your civil rights have been infringed. You just can't go now to buy cryptos because banks won't let you because they're afraid it's a securities violation. Everybody's civil rights, he doesn't have to do it to you specifically. His role in suing companies, name a company, Kraken, they're being sued, okay? You wanted to buy some from Kraken, but they won't sell you XRP. Or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they wouldn't let you. That was because of Gary Gensler. That's your civil rights violation. So here we have an article with Binance. Why is this important? Binance CEO says crypto exchange saw 40% growth this year in institutional and corporate investors. I'm just going to read the bullet points. Now, CZ, the guy who ran Binance, he's getting out of jail like today or whatever. They have a new CEO. But what now Binance did is they now have 7 people that run the company and not just one. Okay? So that makes it tougher for one person to do some bad stuff. Here are the bullet points for this article. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance has seen a 40% increase this year in what? Institutional and corporate investors joining the platform. Notice these aren't little people, okay? 40% increase. That's astounding. Okay. Here's what he says. Big money, this is what he's quoted as saying, big money is warming up to Bitcoin and other cryptos and willing to work with an exchange that was hit with the US probe or investigation and a $4.3 billion settlement. What does this mean? There's a 40% increase in corporate people joining Binance, and they don't care if Binance just got sued. They don't care. Imagine that. Businesses like banks or investment houses, they don't want to touch nothing, right? I'm just letting you know. I've learned some things. I got some friends that are financial advisors, but not me. But they told me, oh, banks, they want to be above reproach. They want nothing to do. I know there's all kinds of crooked bankers, but let's just, on the whole, bankers don't want to get mixed up in scams. Okay. But look here, you've got banks and investment houses joining Binance. They don't even care if Binance got sued. They want to, this money, something must be going on at Binance to where they're making, or they're going to make so much money. They don't care if Binance just got done being sued. And they don't care that Binance's ex-CEO is just getting out of jail. Think about this. What's going to make a bank maybe ignore bad juju at a company, join that company in hopes to make money, knowing they just paid a $4 billion fine and the CEO is just getting out of jail? What's going to make a bank want to join that company? Crazy amount of money, right? Think about this now. This is what's going on. I don't care what the price is. Crypto prices are flat. Okay. Why are all of a sudden, why right now are 40%? Binance goes up 40% with their institutional customers. They're getting ready for something. They want to be in the position, right, to snatch it up. They want to be at that corporate level to make that crazy money. That's going to be your Binance article right there. Let me check some comments real quick. You know, something like this, Schuler, Barbo, you wouldn't want to represent yourself. Having somebody, that's why I put it out there for the lawyers, the ones that are really good dealing with the government, because I worked at the state level. The whole federal system's a different fucking beast. I would find a federal lawyer, civil rights lawyer, and kind of talk to them. They might want to there might be a younger attorney who wants to do a civil rights. Maybe they could be like the first one, because that's what you want to be. You want to be that first one, a young lawyer, not a lot of experience possibly. Now it depends if you want to really win this case, but then again, I'm just saying you don't need any experience. You could have a genius lawyer out there who just wants a shot at something. Well, this is what you could pitch that lawyer. Hey, I got a case for you. It's kind of different. It might make case law. It regards cryptocurrency. Here's the deal. And just say, you got a minute of your time. Yeah, okay. You just run it by them. Here's this thing called cryptocurrency. It's been around since 2009. All these companies are trading it, this and that. There's nothing in the rule books. There's nothing in the United States code, whatever. Now you got government officials saying, oh, that's good. No, you can't sell that. You can't, but there's no law. So we have an agency, the SEC, overreaching crypto. It's violating my civil rights. I can't buy these certain cryptos because he's suing different exchanges and I can't buy. But Gary Gensler is acting, he's overreaching his authority. He's claiming, oh, this crypto is that and that, but there's no law. That's a violation right there. So get a real lawyer to handle this one, because this could end up being the first case that sets it off. All right. No other these other channels don't think about this stuff because they're not quite there yet. Let's see. All the people and still people believe in the jab. Yeah. You need a lawyer. Hired an appellate lawyer with published case law to sue my former lawyer for malpractice. Do your research. Find out who clerked for the judge. Okay, how much time? I could probably squeeze in one article. Okay, here's a small article, very tiny. I can bust this sucker out in probably a minute. Okay, report digital currency projects underway in 134 countries. New research shows that 134 countries are exploring central bank digital currencies. Now, that's not a lot. Somebody be like, well, there's 200 countries in the world, 210. So that's about half the world. Okay. But listen to what it says about this. Those countries, meaning the 134, account for 98% of the world's economy, according to the findings. And this was by the Atlantic Council. The latest figures show that all G20 countries, that means the top 20 biggest countries in the world, are looking into CBDCs, with 44 countries piloting CBDCs right now. Countries that already launched: Bahamas, Jamaica, and Nigeria. Ecuador and Senegal already had them, but I guess they found out their countries probably weren't big enough, so they just stopped using them. So basically, I just wanted to say that 98% of the world's economy has CBDCs that they're working on right now. Australia, let me get into this one real quick, and this will be the last one. I need a new name. Sad everyone comment. This is fucked. Jocularity. Yeah, Stu, I did talk to the my YouTube representative person. She sent the information off. Um, I don't know if anything will be done. If you want to change your name to Stu Lavelle 1 and have somebody else's credit card on there, I mean, that's just what this is. Um, Ripple's very busy. Okay, Australia. Australia gives priority to wholesale CBDC over retail. I'm going to spare you the pain. Australia is not really finding a need for a retail CBDC. There's pros and cons with this stuff. Some of the Australians are like, hey, we don't want everybody knowing. We don't want our government. Like right now, if I use a check or a credit card, the government really doesn't know. If the government wanted to know, they would have to file a warrant, at least in America. They'd file paperwork to the bank saying that there's an investigation going on into Crypto Hulk, whatever. And then the government could look into my finances. When you have a CBDC at a retail level, the government knows everything you're buying. So a lot of countries are like, we don't really see a need for this. And, because there's already, the government can already see what they want. They just need to go to a judge, get a warrant, contact Bank of America, and find out what I'm doing. And then my major creditors, where a CBDC just skips that step. Can the government find out everything about me either way? Yeah. It just makes it faster when they don't have to get a warrant. And it stops people from snooping around, you know? So that's what Australia is kind of talking about. Now, what's interesting, 2 years ago, there's an employee named Dilip Rao. Let me do a copy and a paste. Dilip Rao left Ripple 2 years ago, and he went to work for who? The Reserve Bank of Australia. Here's the evidence right there. So what they don't talk about in the article, of course, and they're not going to, is that Ripple's already working in Australia for their bank. Ripple meaning Dilip Rao, okay? Now, we don't have formal paperwork and all these things. You don't have to. You got a guy named Dilip Rao who's at Ripple from day one. He quits Ripple because you can't have Australia hiring a Ripple employee to come over. So it looks as if, see how this works? Dilip, you're going to have to quit Ripple. Okay, he quits. So now he's officially free, right? Then he goes to Australia and applies and gets the job to create Australia's cryptocurrency laws, regulations, the actual crypto itself, and these kinds of things. Okay. So there's your Ripple connection to Australia right there. And that'll be the end of the program. Let me check some comments here real quick. 5 Dennis 123. YouTube, Google knocked me completely off YouTube. They know me by my email. So instead of using Google, I set up a YT channel through Safari. That worked. So Stu Lavelle, maybe set up a YouTube channel with Safari and then change your email and shit, and you'll probably be able to stay on the channel. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry about that. Look, they don't want you rich. You guys, they don't want Dennis and Stuart and other people just haven't complained. Other people have just left my channel and stuff. I know personally my brother and friends have gotten so jammed up on YT, they just quit. But if you want to see an active, you got to change your name every now and then. But now with that Safari browser, maybe that works. So anyhow, I'm just telling you what he said. Okay, I think Droppy. People support Trump. Also, you are like me, not from the USA. The man is going to change the world. Why do you think you're trying to get rid of him? I mean, really, that's true. See, people say this. Here's what people say, and these are dumb shit people. Oh, Hulk's, he's all a member of this cabal, or he's a puppet. Or, okay, why the fuck they trying to kill twice? All right. If somebody's your fucking puppet like Joe, there you go. You don't do anything. You just let Joe be Joe, right? You got Donald, clearly, I think, for the people. Otherwise, they're taking shots at him. Like JFK, Reagan. You don't take out a puppet. This guy shows facts. I admire him. He shows facts, everybody. And the deep, not going to say state, doesn't want him around. Because he's for people like you and me. That's what I believe. Otherwise, why do you take out a fucking puppet? Twice. They're scared to death. That's why. So he's not a puppet in my eyes. Now, at some point, okay. But right, he's a business guy. He's not a politician. A politician is somebody who makes their life off politics and government. Trump doesn't do that. He makes his money off Trump investments and whatever stuff he does. So there's a difference right there. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'll see you in tonight's live stream. I'm going to try to find news for tonight's show, and I'm going to break it to you then. Adios.